Alright, so guys, let's begin. So, last lecture we had discussed about access specifier on a variable and access specifier on a method. But now we are going to study more about access specifiers. Like, what is the impact of access specifier on a constructor, on a class, right? What is the impact of it? Let us understand that. So firstly, let's again do a control F, search here for access specifier. Okay, this is all we have completed. These examples are taken. I think protected was done, public was not done. So we are going to continue with public access specifier firstly. So when I say public access specifier, firstly, can I access the members in same class? When it is public, you can access variable and method anywhere. That's the meaning. Let's start with same class. Let's try accessing it here. A1 is equal to new A. Let's here A1.x works, A1.test, and that works. Run and see. Is it working? Yes. So answer is, let's try the second one. Same package. Let's try the second one. It is same package subclass. So ensure the package is same. So let's go here, delete this part. It should be same package but a subclass. Can you just check? Firstly, are the packages same? Yes. How do you know packages are same? P1, P1. Let's type here extends to make it a subclass. Since it's now a subclass, we are trying inheritance. Can public be accessed through inheritance? So because it's inheritance, create a child object. And then you write here b1 dot x, and let's write here b1 dot test. Let's run. Observe now. It is 0 and then what? 100. What is the answer? Yes. Read the next one. Same package, non-subclass. How will you make it non-subclass? Remove inheritance. Now there is no inheritance happening. So I cannot use the class B object to access A. There is no inheritance that's happening here. Right? There is no inheritance that's happening here. Okay? Since there is no inheritance happening here, observe, I'm going to write here now A1 is equal to new A. And then let's write here SYSO A1 dot X. Is it working? A1 dot test. Just ensure that you save all the files and then click on run. See? Done. So answer is again yes. Now the next one that we are going to see here is different package subclass. Now the packages should be different, not same. So let me open up the class. See, are the packages different? Yes. It should be a subclass. So what will you do here? Extends A. Since you're trying inheritance, use child object to access this. Okay. So we'll write C1 is equal to new C. Let's check here C1 dot X, C1 dot test. Run and see. Everybody got this? Okay. Now let's continue. and update the table here again to what? Yes, that's done. Now different package non-subclass. The packages are different and they're non-subclass. So let us remove extends. And since they are non-subclasses, let's write a1 is equal to, and let's try accessing it, a1.x and then a1.test. Right? I hope you got this idea. Now observe the table once clearly. Right? This is also yes. Observe the table once clearly. Is this clear? Okay. Now, the next part we are going to look at is access specifiers on constructor now. So let's continue further. We will now try to understand what happens access specifiers when applied on a constructor. Firstly, understand constructors are never inherited. Constructors are never inherited. The purpose of constructor is to initialize object. Correct? So never ever put this definition on a constructor that they're inherited. Inheritance is only on non-static member. Even static is not inherited. But I'll talk about that point later. For now, non-static variable, non-static methods are inherited. Constructor, it is not inherited because objects are created after calling constructor. Once constructor is called, non-static members are loaded to object, which is called as object initialization. Fine. So this is an interview question. Can we inherit constructor? We cannot. So constructor is never a part of inheritance. Fine. So let's see now what happens if I make a constructor private. I'll keep all the classes open. Let me delete these things. Let's go here. Let's keep this class B also open. And let's do one thing. In this class A, I will make the constructor as private. Okay. Now when you make a constructor itself as private, then access specifier is applied on object creations accessibility, not for accessing constructor. It is for object creation because objects are created by calling constructor. So where all objects can be created, for that accessibility we are seeing by making constructor private. If I make it private, same class, can I create object? Yes. Can I create object in different class? Can I create object in different class? What do you see? Error. Can you see that? Can I create object here? Can I create object here? What do you see? So what did you understand by this? If you make a constructor private, then its object cannot be created. So this is to do accessibility of object creation. Got it? Access specifies on constructor will tell where you can create object and where you cannot. Okay? Alright, please read this, see this example now. This example once. Tell me, is this clear? Right? Everyone? Okay. Now, one madam, I'll just drop a message in meeting. I will connect after some time. Okay? Okay. Now, let us continue further. Now, the next thing, when you make a constructor as private, then accessibility of class also is being modified. Like where all this class can be used for inheritance and where it cannot. I'm not inheriting constructor. This making of constructor private, if I do inheritance in same package, see, I'm getting an error already. I'm already getting what? Such classes with private constructors are not eligible for inheritance. Observe, what am I getting here? Error. Did you understand now? By making a constructor private, you're seeing that inheritance of that basically is not happening. Can you read this? Can you read this? Okay. When a constructor is made private, then inheritance of that class is not allowed. Okay. Observe, private. Observe, we have class B extends A, error, class C extends A, error. So inheritance of such classes are not allowed. Constructor is not inherited. Be careful about it. Now, default constructor. If a constructor is made default, then its object is created in same class, same package. I can create object, but outside package you cannot. Let's try this. Make it default. First, let's delete this all. Constructor is default. Now let's try creating object in same class. Do you see any error? Do you see any error? Observe, there is no error. Now try to create in same package. Are the packages same? Any error? But you try in a different package. Did you understand now? Object creation where it can happen, where it cannot happen. हाँ, करेक्ट. बहुत देर बाद समझा आपको. टॉपिक मैंने बता भी दिया है. अभी आप जग रहे हो क्या? Same package we can basically what? Create, but we cannot create in what? Different package. Is this example clear? Very good. See, I might get hundreds of calls. You have to stay focused. Got it? You don't divert your mind. See, I do chatting, I pick up call, whatever I do, you have to just listen to my voice and see the projector. Do you don't get disturbed. Is this clear? Ah, okay. Now let's continue further. Next one. When a constructor is made default, when a constructor is made default, then inheritance of class is allowed in same package but not. So what happens to inheritance? That is the question. Inheritance is now, as long as you're doing in same package, there is no error. But moment you do it in a different package, what do you see? Did you understand now? Black. Okay, everyone? Everybody got it? Any questions, queries, do you have it here? Tell me, repeat now. Private. When I make constructor private, what is the first impact? Object can be created in same class. Inheritance, not possible. Default. Object can be created same class, same package. Inheritance, same package. Different package? Point clear? Third one, protected. Now I'll make it protected. So how do we make a constructor protected? See, constructor calling is object creation mechanism. Okay. So I'm calling constructor by creating object in same class. Okay. Same package. Okay. Different package? Error. You cannot. Protected and default constructors, they work same here. When you make a constructor protected same class, same package, you can create object, but outside that you cannot. Is this clear? Everyone? Yes? Now tell me about inheritance. Let's delete this. Can I do inheritance in same package? Yes. Can I do inheritance here? Huh? Right? Observe now quickly. Yes. Right? Is this clear? Everyone? Any questions, queries, doubts? Do you have it here? Please tell me. Huh? No questions? Okay. Now, if you observe here, in this case, we people have now understood that how exactly protected works. So there is no error because protected works in a different package through inheritance. We have studied this earlier. Protected works in a different package through what? Inheritance. Let's continue further. Now, what if I make it public? What if I make the constructor public? Object creation can I do in same class? Very good. Which means you are able to follow whatever I'm telling. Yes. Can I do it in same package? Different package? Very good. Okay. Did you understand now? Everyone clear with this part? What happens to inheritance? Can I do it in same package? Very good. Can I do it in different package? Yes. Any error? Please tell me. Can we read this now? Okay. Read this. Okay. Next point. Clear, no? Next. Make sense? Next. Clear? Now, access specifier on a class. Very important. When you're applying access specifier on a class, you have to understand a class can be public or default. These are the only two access specifiers allowed here. A class cannot be made private. Reason? To run a class, internally, there is something called as a Java virtual machine has to interact with a class. And when you make it private, that interactions cannot happen. So private is not allowed. Or in single line, you cannot make a class private. That's it. Keep this in mind. You cannot make a class and you cannot make a class protected. You cannot make a class what? Protected. So private and protected is not allowed. So only thing that you have here is, now what happens if I make a class default? Can I access that class in same package? Can I access that class in same package? Can I access that class in a different package? Default means works in same package. Is it working in different package? See, inheritance also, if I do it, what do you see? Error. You see here also error, here also error. You cannot. But can I access in same package? Did you understand? What happens when you make it default? What happens when you make it default? What happens when you make it default? When you make it default, you can access that in same package and okay. So observe now, I have an error, but if I make it public, then there's no problem at all. Did you understand? So can you read this point, students? Okay. Next, make sense? These all examples are covered. Now it's your call. What do you want to do? Do you want to practice this? Huh? Don't look at the time. There is no meaning in time. I take class for 1 hour, I take class for 45 minutes, 30 minutes. That's not the stuff here. What is important, what I'm teaching, practicing is required or continuing further is required. Huh? What do you want to do? So don't go outside and then spoil my name. Sir took class only for 30 minutes. I traveled for 1.5 hours, you will tell them. Okay? Practicals are like this. Even if I take 45 minutes, half an hour also sometimes, definitely students are beginners. First time you're learning coding, give time. Is this clear? And our progress is going good. We are almost 2,500 lines of notes we have covered. So where are we going slow? We are nowhere going slow. Okay, our speed of coverage is pretty good. And if you look at already 5 examples, plus I think near about 15, 20 examples are already covered. I've already covered near about to, roughly I'm telling, could be little lesser, but nearly 20 examples are covered. Yes or no? Yeah. So you're going at good speed. Is this clear? So practice this much. I will see you tomorrow. Since it's a new concept, let me start fresh. Second OOPS concept, polymorphism. We'll be learning that in our tomorrow's lecture, guys. Okay. See you people. Whoever is wishing to join the class, I think already a lot of people have enrolled for the program. People who are interested, you have to take a call because soon I'll be shifting you people to paid batches. Okay. So whoever is interested, you have to contact the staff and register yourself there.